Good morning, friends and family from across the world. Thank you so much for your loving comments on Sunday and for joining me on the webinar on Sunday. I failed forward on Sunday. It was wonderful. It felt like flying. And I took a me day yesterday. And that is something that I have gotten better at. And it pays hefty dividends. I would highly recommend it. But today, I invite you to fall in love. All right. So let's fall in love. All right. So there must be something worth caring about, something remarkable, special, and precious enough to light the fire in your heart. Quantum leaps won't happen if you're living life with a lukewarm heart. Passion is a very important part of the process. It fires the soul and fills the spirit, energizing your heart and mind for the quantum leap to a higher plane of performance. Passion also keeps you going when you're hit with problems and uncertainty. Yeah, that is so true. Hey, Pranesh. But passion, listen to this, passion itself must be fueled. You need that flame with visions of a dream that is dramatic. Okay. This is really interesting because, how many times do we hear like crimes of passion and all this stuff and unbridled passion, all this stuff? Well, that passion it's an energy. It's a very, very real energy. And just like electricity, you can get electrocuted by it and killed by it, or you can harness it for really, really high levels of creativity and very elevated self-expression and prosperity as well. Okay, so learning to harness this energy, this passion energy, and then using it and directing it properly to fuel your vision is key. So passion itself must be fueled, and you feed that flame with visions of a dream that is dramatic. The emotional intensity inside must burn hot enough to protect you against the chilling effects of doubt, uncertainty, criticism, and failure. Only deep desire can generate such heat. Now, this is really interesting for me because, most of my life I've been I had the privilege of being exposed to very, very high-thinking people, from an early age. It's just part of our culture. My parents would take me to see, different gurus and like true spiritual gurus and swamis and stuff. And so they would talk about very, very high levels of spiritual attainment, but they always talked about putting a ceiling on your desire and, not having desire in life and whatnot. And that just never settled well with me because I'm like, well, if I don't desire anything, like what's to keep me from becoming apathetic? But there's a distinction here, okay? There's desire that is solely based on the senses, but what we're talking here is we're talking beyond that. We're asking you, we're inviting you to live beyond just what is here. Okay, we're inviting you to live not just from the five senses, but we're inviting you to live from a deeper place of you. Good morning, Jeanette, and good morning, Laura. Wow, people joining me from all over the world. This is wonderful. So and why is that? Why is that? Because if you're just living from the senses, you're not going to be able to make a quantum leap, because quantum leaps come from the deeper reservoirs of your talent and of who you really are. Okay. And when you dig deep like that, that is going to get you beyond doubt, beyond the uncertainty, beyond the criticism and failure, and beyond all of the challenges. Okay. And this is why, you guys know I'm trained as a physician, and one of the first things in the application process they're assessing, and I know this because I've been on the inside part of the process of the admissions committee for medical school, we are assessing if the person has the passion and the tenacity and the determination and the vision for themselves to get through all of the innumerable difficult challenges that they will encounter in medical school. Okay. So, I mean, you have to be able to do it. Like you have to have the grades and, you have to have all that stuff. That's just proving your, intellectual, rational memory capability. But that's not enough, right? Like that's not enough. Like just having an IQ is not enough. This is why, so many people, I'm part of Mensa, there's so many, people in Mensa who are just not making it happen in their life, despite their top 0.25%, IQ. Right? This is why it's not enough also to have the grades and to have the smarts. I mean, how many people earlier in your life that were like brilliant students just aren't bringing it in their life, right? This is why you have to have a vision and you have to have a passion, and also you need to know how to direct that passion, fuel it by the vision, and then bring it out in a methodical way to turn your dreams into reality and to turn your goals into achievements. Okay. And that's what I'm a professional at. And it's so much fun because I did it for many, many years in health. And it's really, helping people align with who they really are brings out the best of who they really are, which is really, really exciting. Okay. So for you to care this intensely, of course, there must be something worth caring about. Something remarkable, special, and precious enough to light the fire in your heart. And this is where it becomes about something much bigger than you. This is why each of us have to have something much bigger than ourselves to care about, because that is what drives us. That is what connects us with a larger reservoir of energy and of inspiration and of super abilities, actually, right? So, and take time every day to create this connection. People go about this like just like kind of willy-nilly, la and random, but make it a habit. And habits are hard to create. So having a methodical program to follow is also really helpful. It made all the difference for me. It may make all the difference for you. So, okay, this is really good, guys. So this means, okay, so to light that fire in your heart, this means, yes, Laura Noel says, yes, we need to connect with something much bigger than ourselves. Absolutely, Laura. Okay, this is really good, guys, okay? This means you must loosen the limits on your thinking. Loosen the limits on your thinking and give yourself permission to pursue what you want most. When I start working with people, I mean, heck, even for like most of the last decade, when people come to me with a medical problem, even, whether it's fertility issues, whether it's certain other physical complaints, whether they're asking me for a particular procedure or a goal, I ask people first, and I always ask people first, what is it that you really want? What is it that you're going after? And it was amazing, the truth that would come out. It is amazing how many people are doing things just because they think that they should do something, that they have to do something, and they have to do something to make other people happy, when if they just gave themselves the chance to live in their own truth and go after what they really want, their whole life would open up. And when you get in touch with what you really want, you shore up a whole set of resources beyond just yourself that will help you in making the impossible possible. And I know it because I've lived it myself, and I love guiding other people through that. Okay, so this means you must loosen the limits on your thinking and give yourself permission to pursue what you want the most. Now, the mistake I see a lot of people making is they want to do something or have something or be something that they've never done before, and they've spent years. I mean, some people that I've spoken to have spent 5 years, 8 years, 10 years, 20 years not getting the results that they want. Yet when they're presented with a unique situation to move forward and to expand themselves, they use the thinking of the past to make the decision to move forward in an expanded view of themselves. That is a mistake. You have to make a decision moving forward based on this elevated vision of yourself. How would that person behave? How would that person act? When I went through medical school, this is an easy analogy. I went through medical school not as a college student, you know what I mean? Not as a operating room tech that I was so blessed to, serve as the year before, not as an, an executive assistant that I was also. When I went through medical school, I went through medical school through the vision of me as an excellent OBGYN, as an excellent surgeon. And every day when I showed up into medical school, I went through the process with that passion from that vision, okay? And this is true for high-level entrepreneurs and other people as well. So loosen your thinking, pursue what you want the most. The climate is right for a quantum leap only when you are passionately drawn to a particular goal. Passionately drawn to a particular goal, okay? So let your deepest desires direct your aim. Set your sights far above the reasonable target, okay? The power of purpose is profound only if you have a desire that stirs the heart. The inner drive must be strong enough to carry you past the point of wishful thinking, okay? The dream must consume you, control you, drive you to action, disallowing half-hearted effort in pursuit. Now, this is not like crazy ass, like stalker, you want to like stalk some celebrity or something. I'm not talking about like crazy thinking like that, okay? These dreams come from a place inside of you that is sacred, actually. That is the pure you finding expression. That is you that is giving yourself greater growth, greater fulfillment, greater growth and expansion. The universe exists for perpetual growth and expansion. And in you doing that, you allow others doing that. So your dream should also allow for the growth and the expansion of other people. And I've spoken with many of you. You're very gifted people, healers, teachers, artists, and whatnot. And your work expands the life of other people. Okay? So go for it, unabashedly, go for it. The inner drive must be strong enough to carry you past the point of wishful thinking. It should drive you to action and disallow a half-hearted effort. Quantum leaps are an act of love, okay? A passionate statement of how you care for the thing you seek. Only an emotional move holds the power to carry you the distance from you to you. And, I speak to a lot of women, and women, we don't take care of things that we don't have a relationship with. And a lot of us are not taking care of ourselves, and we're not taking care of our dreams. And we've given birth to our children, but we haven't birthed ourselves and birthed our dreams. So develop a relationship with yourself. Fall in love with yourself. Fall in love with your dream and watch the magic happen, And I used to help people deliver their babies. I help people deliver their dreams and their potential. And why is that? Because the offspring of our thought and the offspring of our heart are just as important as the offspring of our bodies. Okay, so don't forget that. The offspring of your spirit, the offspring of your emotion and your heart are just as important as the offspring of your body. And sometimes those are one and the same, and that is absolutely beautiful. And sometimes they're different, and sometimes it's a mix. Everyone's path is unique, and honor it. And love yourself and love your path. Let the heart take charge of your body. If you have a magnificent obsession, you are poised for a quantum leap. This is so good. This is so good. So tomorrow I'm actually going to get a little bit more into the heart, and we're going to talk about making your move before you're ready, and how do you get into that heart space to make your move before you're ready, okay? And Rachel, I see you're here. I am going to be joining in just a second. So Rachel's one of my wonderful accountability partners, and she's magnificent. So, all right, guys, fall in love with your dream. Create a relationship with yourself. We don't take care of things that we don't have a relationship with. And commit to yourself daily, and I'll see you tomorrow.